welcome the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu. We also welcome one of our special guests, the Honorable Minister of State, Police Affairs, Hajia Imam.
My name is Nnenna Iwuchukwu. I represent myself. We all are familiar with this case already. And, you know, there was a very huge outcry at the time here in Nigeria and in diaspora. And people were almost calling for the heads of these people, you know, who we saw all over social media. It was going around that they were involved in this crime when Mohbad died. So eventually, we were told, because we don't know anything, we only go by what we're being told. Eventually, they were brought back from wherever they were perching outside the country, and eventually the investigation started. It lasted for maybe like 1 month, and we were told again that they were on bail. You know, they were not found guilty of anything. I would like to, if I'm allowed to, go back and rephrase the words of Mohbad. If anything happens to me, hold so people responsible. I don't want to call names. I'm not afraid to call names, but I don't want to call them because it's like stating the obvious. We already know what happened. No, everybody here is familiar with the case. Now, it seemed like eventually, after a month, these same people hit social media, you know, flaunting themselves, holding their phones, you know, saying things like, oh, you know. I don't know what that means. I'm Igbo. But, you know, for me, what I understand is that is a way of bragging, you know, and that really, really provokes my spirit, honestly. My Excellency, I want to remind you, about 3 years ago, I was on this same platform talking about how concerned I was about Sylvester Romani's case. And that really hit me hard. That incident really, really hit me hard. Because I remember after you left the building, I met you downstairs and you said to me, we're on this case. Don't worry, we're going to see to the end of it. And 3 years on, Sylvester Romani is supposed to be 15 years old, by the way, this month, because I've been following up on that case and nothing has been done. And to me, it's as good as dead. And because Sylvester Romani's case had a slap on the wrist, that is why Mohbad's own came to life. And I'm thinking, who's next? Okay, my governor, I'm sorry if I'm taking too much time, but I have to finish, I'm sorry. Please, my governor, you have the power to preside over the affairs of Lagos State, and everything reports to you. Everybody reports to you. Please, I ask you to please take this case as if Mohbad were your son. Because if it were so, everything, everybody that had one contact or the other with this man would have been brought to book in one way or the other. I also want to mention that I know in functional countries, you know, where they have good laws that bind them.
Security is not about emotion. It's serious business. I could remember I met you 3 years ago, like you said, there's no emotion. I'm standing in front of you, there's no emotion. It's not emotional, it's real. People get killed, people get maimed, we see it every day. I don't go to bed until 5 a.m. 3 days ago, I was just complaining. When we had the crash of a vehicle, of a lorry, that crashed into the other, nobody needs to video me, please. We're not joking here. I don't want to get emotional. We'll do the job, we'll do it well. These are police officers. The Mohbad case is still live. They're still treating it. We had to take the forensic out. The forensic that we built, that is the best in sub-Saharan Africa, was burned down during EndSARS. We had to take the test out. They've done all their reports. Not until when it comes back that I can tie the two together. There are people that are in detention as we speak. They've not released them. Let's give little credit when it's necessary. Little credit, that's what we're saying. We don't need to come here and want to grandstand and make it look as if we can't speak back. We can. We are also human beings. Man, we're also human beings. We get to do this job with everything that we have. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
On children and gender-related matters, 256 cases of rape, defilement, domestic violence, sexual harassment, and incident assault were recorded, with 333 suspects arrested. We need to do more as parents to educate our male child. Many of them are doing these things, some of them based on ignorance, or they just think that I'm a boy, I can do it. We need to also talk to them. The Lagos State Police Command is also putting up a gender center to assist. The gender is still under construction. It's situated inside GR. It's a one-stop shop. We are going to have hostel, not permanent hostel, because of a lot of people suffering from this domestic violence may find it difficult to go back home. We give them where they can stay temporarily. We have medical doctors to be there, psychologists, and every other thing. The place is still under, it's the initiative of the police command under the leadership of the immediate past commissioner of police. We are calling on the state government and our big donor, Lagos State Security Trust Fund, to help us to finish this center in order to serve the people of Lagos State credibly well.
The high volume of people into the state has further increased its vulnerability, which implies more vigilance and operational proactivity on the part of security operatives. This, no doubt, is to say that the state needs to do more on covert intelligence to keep eyes on the border areas surrounding the state. More security personnel requires capacity building in digital skills and, of course, operations. This will go a long way to ease out frequent violent crimes recorded in major areas of Lagos State. It is equally important to note that road directions, street lights, and other security gadgets that will keep criminals at bay is fast degenerating in Lagos, particularly in some areas. A trip around Lagos Road at night will, of course, leave no one in doubt that most of us, particularly the vulnerable ones, are at mercy of these criminals because of the absence of street lights on some major areas, particularly areas like Mile 2, Aja down to Ibejuleki. All those areas need to be illuminated. At least this will go a long way in assisting the security operatives and, of course, to save life of innocent Nigerians.
Many times we've heard Mr. President pronounce that Nigeria is open for business, and Lagos State is the economic hub of Nigeria. Hence, we must continue to strengthen the security in Lagos State so that the economic development can transcend across, to other states. The Lagos Security Trust Fund is a working formula. This is the 17th town hall meeting. It shows that it's a formula that works. We will work at the national level to see that we replicate something similar in strengthening, which will serve as a buffer for the Nigerian police force, and also a buffer because we have an existing Nigerian police trust fund. Yesterday, we did the very first community policing town hall engagement to be able to start the conversation in strengthening the existing structures that exist for community policing. We've given everyone the permission, community to community, to go and begin to discuss their own peculiar challenges. And I can assure you that at the national level, we would support. In actualizing the renewed hope agenda, I've showed up here today. We can commit to working around technical and operational excellence for the Nigerian police force. infrastructural advancement. We all know that we have infrastructural gaps. We'll work on welfare enhancement for our men and women of the force. We'll work on addressing policy gaps, because that is the foundation. We'll work on branding and citizen engagement to continue to strengthen trust between the force and the citizens. We'll also continue to strengthen collaboration amongst all internal security players. Also, yesterday I mentioned that everyone is a police. Either you're in uniform or not, you can serve as an informant, a watchguard, or an enforcer. On this note, I would like for us to imagine. I wouldn't say close your eyes because it involves money so that you won't think you're going to be robbed. But I'd like us to imagine. Let's exclude the men and women in uniform here. Imagine if everybody in this room donates ₦1 million. It gives the Lagos Security Trust Fund the opportunity to start 2024, with solid plans. On my own end, I pledge my own little 1 million. Because I believe in this project. I believe in the project that the Lagos Security Trust Fund is actualizing in ensuring our collective prosperity, peace, and safety for not just Lagos State, but for Nigeria.
Today, we're reflected on what we have done in the last 1 year. We have witnessed the vibrancy of the democratic process in the last 1 year through our electionary process that chart a course for the next 4 years. I want to extend my sincere gratitude for the overwhelming mandate for me and my team to continue to lead this great and vibrant state of ours. Today, we convene to discuss and to evaluate the trajectory of our collective effort to bolster security in Lagos. And you've heard the report from the Executive Secretary, you've heard the comment from the Chairman of the Board, you've heard all of the questions also that have enumerated here this afternoon. Over the past 17 years, the Lagos State Security Trust Fund has been fueled by voluntary donation, has significantly strengthened our security architecture by providing essential vehicles, equipments, and everything that our security operatives, almost everything that security operatives require. While challenges persist, our state security landscape is notably to be very stable than in many other parts of the country. And I think it's been adjudged that Lagos continues to remain the most safe and secure state in our country. It's a big responsibility, and it's a big one that we want to continue to shoulder and to be able to address. The Commissioner of Police acting has presented a comprehensive report on our security status, and the Chairman and the Executive Secretary also have shed light on their operations. The insight that emphasized that while progress has been made, there's still a lot of work ahead of us. Today's focus that was highlighted by Executive Secretary centers on the convergence of security, the strategies, and the principles that ensure that even whilst we push on our team's agenda, security and good governance is a critical cardinal point that our government continues to pride itself on a year-on-year basis. Our administration recognizes security as a multifaceted challenge. Action taken such as the ban on Okada has demonstrated that we can indeed have an holistic solution. Today, we pledge to pursue policies fostering the well-being of all Lagosians and building a secure and an inclusive community. To address critical needs, the state government, in collaboration with the local government, because I've seen, and I think the Executive Secretary had come out here to say that we need to indeed look for a clear strategy on how to now begin to refleet all of the aging vehicles that we have in the Lagos State Police Command, the RRS, and all of the support that all of the other security agencies have. And so I will ensure that between ourselves and the local government, in the course of early next year, we donate a total of 300 brand new vehicles to the Lagos State Security Trust Fund. I'm going to announce other donations in the course, but this one is critical because he had mentioned it, and we need to, not just be intentional, we need to be able to activate a sense of, urgency and the need for this. We've actually started the process of the procurement. We're identifying who are the major suppliers that can help us do this. And like they said, security vehicles are not vehicles that you park. They work 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days. And so if they've been used for 5, 6, 7 years, I think it's important that we refleet them while still maintaining the old ones. The Lagos State Neighborhood Safety Agency has also been repositioned, and I think the acting Commissioner of Police also commended them. This is a neighborhood safety agency that has been complementing the work of the Lagos State Police Command, and there are about 6,000 of them. And I think I want to commend the general manager or the commander of the Lagos State Neighborhood Watch. Thank you very, very much. We did mention, whilst we were reporting yesterday, that it's only Lagos State that have donated or that have supported community policing by over 1,000 men, over 1,100 men, that from them that we've also given to the Lagos State Police Command as a compliment, at ensuring that community policing works very, very well. So thank you very much. They've been a major resource to the Nigerian Police, Lagos State Police Command, in intelligence gathering and ensuring that we have boots on the ground in all nooks and crannies of the state. And they are working efficiently and effectively with all of our traditional institutions, with a lot of our religious leaders, to be able to nib information and bring them forward so that the other security operatives can indeed respond adequately, and efficiently.